Yo, what is up, guys? This is gonna be a short video because we have little information about this individual, but today we're going to be talking about Scopper Gaban and him potentially showing up in Wano and what role he might play. Now, Scopper Gaban is one of the key members of the Roger Pirates. He was one of the monster trio of Roger's crew, and if you guys didn't know, there's a theme surrounding their names that involves precious metals. So we have Gold D Roger, which is gold, we have Silver Israeli, which is silver, and then we have Scopper Gaban, which is copper. I'm guessing this is how they were ranked in the crew in terms of status and strength, and I guess you could say that this is Sanji's parallel. But when it comes down to Scopper, we haven't heard anything about him in the story, not even his name. The reason we know his name is Scopper is because he was named in one of the Grand Data books that was made years ago, and these books are essentially what Oda uses for characters he didn't have enough time to introduce into the story, or just side characters we don't really care about, because One Piece does have a lot of characters. Now, before we get to the main topic at hand, there's two individuals that I want to talk about. The first one is the guy we see in the cover page with Crocus. Again, we don't have enough to say that this is Scopper, but this is definitely someone of importance, and it seems like he has ties to Wano as well. Initially, I used to think this was Scopper back in the day, but I'm starting to think that this might be Oden Kozuki, given the fact that we know he's actually from Wano. Now, the second individual I want to talk about is this bald guy from the anime. I think he was in the manga as well. Again, I'm not sure why people are saying this guy is Scopper Gaban. I mean, there's a clip on YouTube saying so. Again, we simply don't have enough information to say that this is Scopper, but this guy looks pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie, he looks like he was a top tier back in his prime days. You know, that's the vibe I'm getting off of this guy. And there was also theories back in the day saying Kaido was Scopper. Oh my god, yo, back in the day people were wild with the theories. It was hilarious. Now back to Scopper. Now I think Wano would be a good way to introduce him into the story. I think Oda is slowly implementing the living Roger Pirates as the series moves on. We had Crocus back in the day, you know, in East Blue. We got Rayleigh and Saboti. We got Inuarashi and Nekomamushi, who has ties with Oden Kozuki. So far we've seen 3 members, and somehow, some way, they always help Straw Hats. And so I think Wano is a good time to bring Scopper back into the story. And if you think of it from a story's perspective, it would make sense if Luffy were to meet the main figures of the Roger Pirates, because they would definitely want to meet the man who is going to fulfill Roger's end goal. In a sense, it's almost like they're guiding Luffy to become the next Pirate King, and this is further emphasized in one of the data books. Now, while these data books are very old, Oda could still go with some of the things he mentioned in the books. Now, it basically said that there's a big possibility that a pirate from Roger's crew named Copper or Bronze could be appearing later on in the story, so this validates my point even more. Now, a lot of people have the mindset that Wano is going to be an upscaled version of Saboti, which is something that I can agree on given the fact that we have a lot of characters bunched up in one place. And Rayleigh's introduction in Saboti could parallel to Scopper showing up in Wano, and I feel like if there's anyone to give us some type of backstory about Kaido in Wano, it should be from someone from the old generation, and Scopper would fit that role perfectly. And we have to remember that in terms of forces, the Straw Hats are outnumbered right now, so getting someone like Scopper would definitely give the Straw Hats a powerhouse that they can rely on. Now, he's probably a lot older now, but being, you know, what we assumed the 3rd strongest, you know, Roger Pirate back in the day, he should be able to tussle with a Calamity, and I also feel like he could be a Devil Fruit user as well. Perhaps he gives Luffy a few pointers about Devil Fruit Awakening, who knows. And with the recent events about the Straw Hats, you know, greatest enemy, it would be cool if he was somehow involved with the lurking legend or had some connections to this individual, and that could lead way to us getting some information about him. But all in all, I'm excited for Wano, even though it's kind of overhyped, but this arc has insane potential to be one of the greatest arcs in One Piece, but hopefully Oda pulls through. But that's pretty much it for the video, guys. How do you guys feel about Scopper Gaban showing up in the story again, maybe in Wano, or maybe later down in the story to help the Straw Hats? Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe for more One Piece content on this channel. It is Ferro, guys, and I will see you folks later. Peace.